What's happening, guys? I think it's boy, I'm back again. So today we're doing the beef between Kendrick Lamar as well as Drake. So I had Kendrick Lamar winning with the last two records, and Drake came back. He came back yesterday. Initially, I was not going to get involved in this whole beef thing because I've not done music reactions in a very long time. But after this record that Drake just released, The Heart Part 6, man, I think Drake came back, man. Let's run this anyways. Let's go.
Now let me see you prove it. Just let me see you prove it.
All right. The Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got your fucking lines tapped, I swear that I'm dialed in. First I was a rat, so where's the proof of the trial then? Where's the paperwork of the cabinet is filed in? 1090 Jake would've took all the walls down. The streets would've had me hiding out in a small town. My Montreal connects stand up, not fall down. The ones that you getting your stories from, they all clowns. I am a war general, seasoned in preparation. My jacket is...
So he's saying the ones that you're getting your story from, the old clowns. So it's as if Drake, he had a massive disinformation campaign, which then got to Kendrick. So that means he may have found out the mole and then fed that fake information for Kendrick to then come back and then, drop the new record, which he dropped on, the day before yesterday?
Covered in medals, honor, and decoration. You waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination.
Now, what Drake is saying as well, and we need facts as well. He's accusing Kendrick of lies and whatever the case is, but also the things that he said about Kendrick, such as him, his Mrs. Whitney. We haven't got any information on that as well. So they're both just telling whatever they're telling. And I think with beefs, when it comes to, people can say whatever they want about the opposite, opponent, but they need to provide facts. If facts are not there, then we just take it at face value and just go with it.
But you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration. You gotta learn to fact check things and be less impatient.
As I say, this is contradictory to what Drake is saying. He's saying you've got to do fact checking, but has he done fact checking in regards to Kendrick not seeing his kids for 6 months? And apparently you accused Kendrick of also cheating on his missus as well. So I think when it comes to beef nowadays, it's all about just assassinating someone's character. And even if you tell lies, you tell lies. So...
Fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation. Master manipulator, you bid on a speculation. You dumb and reactive, nigga, I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones?
All right. So he's saying, all that stuff that you guys did, with the prescription drugs, the Maybach glove as well, and all the other stuff. He's saying that, we planned everything. We were just planning in the background and we fed you little crumbs and we just watched you just run to the studio. So that's a chess move as well. And also another thing with this bit as well, I do love this bit as well. It's just a nice bit for Drake to rap.
Dug up in that excavation, and why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following?
I mean, would Kendrick's missus come out on social media and say it's not true? Even if it's not true, she doesn't have to as such. So that point's kind of irrelevant from Drake.
Dave free and not Mr. Morale. You haven't seen the kids in 6 months, the distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. Speaking...
Jeez! Dave is leaving heart emojis under the picture of the child. Wow, and he's saying you've not seen the babies for 6 months. Do you know what I mean? Is it true? Has Drake fact-checked this? Has Drake got a more in Kendrick's camp? It begs the question as well, so... yeah.
Anything with a child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected. Instead of being on some disdirect shit, you rather fucking grab your pen and misdirect shit. My mom came over today and I was like, mother I, wait a second. That's that one record where you say you got molested. Oh, fuck me, I just...
Drake is going dirty. He's like, that's where you said you got touched. Wow. All right. Okay, Drake. He came back, man. I've got to say. Now, listen, guys. I listen to Drake more. So I'm not trying to be biased. I'm going to try and give it as fair as possible. I like Kendrick as well, but I don't bump his music all the time. I think Drake's more commercial. So his music is just readily available in my memory because it's more, it chats more. So it doesn't mean that Drake's a better rapper than Kendrick. I think Kendrick's more talented when it comes to writing rhymes, writing lyrics. He tells a story. And with Drake, I think like he's more of a pop, pop rapper. But in the last few days, Kendrick has forced Drake to go back to who he was back in the days, and fans have really appreciated this. So I think they're complementing each other in terms of Kendrick having more work rate than before, and Drake being less pop and just going back to rapping as he used to back in the day. So it's like a glove in a hand. It fits in properly.
Made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma from your own confessions. This when your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. That's why these pedophile raps and shit you so obsessed with is so excessive. They acting like it's so aggressive, but you just never known affection. I don't wanna dish you anymore. This really got me second guessing.
Ooh, Drake saying, I don't want to diss you anymore. Is that Drake raising a white flag and saying, I'm tired? Do you know what I mean? Because we know Kendrick's got more of these kind of tunes in the safe. He can just let them out.
Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play, you probably start reflecting. I never been with no one underage, but now I understand why that's the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly.
Honestly, just because you're famous doesn't mean you don't have any weird fetishes against minors. We've seen with, the other guy who owned an island in the Caribbean. He had a lot of money. He was famous as well. Knew presidents, royalty, and, he had a lot of people around him. And look what happened to him. So that's not really a defense as such. So, yeah.
There's a deeper message. Deep cuts that never healed and now they got infected. Like if Dave really fucked your girl and got her pregnant. Talk about breeding resentment. Not sure how to ease the sentiment. The shit's too intimate. I'm praying you recover from both incidents. But you a piece of shit, so this shit really no coincidence. Drake is not a name that you gon' see on no sex offender list. Easy does it. You mentioned it.
Well, allegedly, Drake had to pay $500,000 in Australia for an essay case he was accused of. So, I don't know. You guys tell me. Do you know what I mean? Is Drake the child of Brother Love? Has he got Brother Love tendencies? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? We need facts, because Kendrick did say in his song that the embassy is about to be raided. So what does he know? What does he know? Do you know what I mean? So only time will tell. 2024 is a year of exposure. We're seeing obviously Brother Love, aka P. Diddy. He's got like tapes and whatever the case is of who's who as well. And yeah, Hollywood's getting exposed. So I don't know, man.
Minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left D flat, D major. I'll slit your throat with the razor and do Rick Ross air like that one flight from Malaysia. I'm your baby.
Ooh, Rossi's catching strays. As you guys know, Rossi's G5 crush landed. So he's just, throwing a little shade there. But Drake, though, don't compare it to Malaysia because, people disappeared. I think well over 300 people. I think it was flight AMH something, if I recall properly. So that's a bit of a sad one to kind of bring up, I think.
Mama screensaver, only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Browns. I never look twice at no teenager. I'm a fucking hit maker, dog, not a peacemaker. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass in extreme danger. Stop buying views and bot comments. You may as well keep the paper. Shit you about to need for later. I give a fuck about your streaming data. You could drop 100 more records. I'll see you later. Yeah, maybe when you.
Oh, so he's saying you can drop another 100 records. I'll see you later. So is he saying that he's not going to respond now? He's just going to see him face to face? Is Drake about that alive? I know he rolls deep with a lot of security guards and bodyguards, but what is he saying from that? Do you know what I mean? Is this like another chess move as such? Or is he just saying, I'm bowing out, I don't want to beef? Maybe he doesn't have that consistency. Because remember, his previous song, Family Matters, he said he's going on vacation. And then he made his tune after. So is he trying to go on vacation? And then he just doesn't want to just keep making his records? I don't know.
Meet your maker. I don't want to fight with a woman beater. It feeds your nature. If you still bumping R. Kelly, you could thank the savior. Said if they deleted his music, then your music is going to a hypocrite. I don't understand why these people praise you. Sounding like you sent him commissary when he needs some paper. Album dropping soon, no wonder you turn a clout chaser instead of doing hard labor. Nigga, I see you when I see you like Fantasia. Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor. And when I say I hit your back, it's a lot safer.
Whitney, hit me if you need a favor. And when I say I'll hit you back, wow. He's not saying like, you know, he hits her, but he's gonna hit her back as in, you know what I mean? Give her a good one. Hey.
I promise.
Don't like that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working. You would be a worthy competitor if I was
Get the pen working or get the ghostwriters working.
really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor, but it is what it is. You definitely got this shit burnt the fuck out though. Like, you got 10 more records to drop. The one before the last one, we finessed you into telling a story that doesn't even exist. And then you go and drop the West Coast one and try and cover that up.
But at the same time, I think it's really confusing. Why would you like disinform about you like touching kids? And you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's not something which you play around with, especially something as serious as that. We see a lot of children that get sex trafficked and a lot of children that are used against their will and they're touched and against their consent, and they're very young as well. So it's a bit dark and I think just immoral for you to devise that and just to let it run for the sake of a rap battle. I think it's just like, that's, I think, what I don't agree with the whole chess move from Drake. I mean, it's all fine, like you talking about, you know, Whitney getting abused or whatever the case is, whether it's true or not. But I think you've just took it a step further when you didn't have to. And a lot of people are just kind of looking at Drake in a weird way and saying, why would you even think that? And especially when he's got a young child as well. So
I would like that one. That would be some shit I could dance to if he wasn't tripling down on some whole other bullshit. But, you know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you, bring you back to the game, like, you know, but just let me know when we're getting to the facts. Everything in my shit is facts. I'm waiting on you to return the favor, like.
okay, that is it, guys. So right now I'd probably say Kendrick is slightly leading. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Kendrick, he's broke down, you know, Drake's character in terms of his imperfections, and he's just like, yeah, he's just analyzed him and just profiled him. Whereas Drake is just bringing stuff about like his missus Whitney and what's happened. And as I said before, the angle of him using, you know, the pedophilia sort of stuff, I think that was just not necessary as such. You know, you could have disinformed about any other thing, but also at the same time, we'll just put like a target on Drake's back where authorities might probably start investigating, because, you know, with these songs, the authorities can use this as evidence in court in certain circumstances as well. So, yeah, I don't know, Drake fans, comment down below. As I said, I'm a fan of both these guys, and I think it's nice that they've complemented each other. Drake is now, you know, going back to rapping and, you know, just going back to his roots. Kendrick is bringing out more content as well, which is what we, you know, would have expected as well. And yeah, I don't know. I'd say I think Kendrick, I think, is so far leading, but not by much as well. I did enjoy this track more from Drake than the previous one that he dropped. I think this was just, yeah, it was just hard. He was just going into it as such. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe and all that good stuff. Peace out.